Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Okamiden. In the last episode, we went to the stage track. We learned about the a Kurow from the Knowing Jewel, and we are here back on the Goryeo, where we're going to be doing some stuff before we head to stop a Kurow. As you remember, he's trying to get to Orochi because Orochi's blood will allow him to fuse up a vessel of light, and a Kurow will gain his full powers. Boy, things are getting complicated now. But, yeah, so basically, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to land, though, on this boat, because apparently demons have taken over while we're away. Gee, we turn our back for 2 seconds, and demons just take over the freaking place. I guess that's just the way it goes. But we're going to go ahead and take care of them in this episode. Unfortunately, that's really all we're going to get done this episode. It's just going to be a lot of demon fighting. Benkei, you're a cool guy. You become a fisherman in the future, but unfortunately, you don't know how to use a sword, so you're kind of useless right now. The end. So there's 7 demons. We'll actually be able to find some new kinds of demons, though, in this episode. So at least there's that. That's kind of exciting, you know. New enemies, always a cool thing. So we're going to deal with that, and then, well, that's really all that's going to happen. So yeah, kind of a bit of an odd section. Like, I feel it would have made more sense for them to have these enemies, when we were trying to cleanse the Knowing Jewel last episode. Like, just having them on the Goryeo here is just like, okay, what's the point? I guess they just want a reason for you to fight more of Nanami, but then again, like I just said, you could have had during the Knowing Jewel segment, so why this instead of that? I don't know. Like, we're cleansing a jewel, it makes sense for there to be demons all over the place, but no, apparently not. Then again, I guess they just were like, but those demons can't be tiny, but then again, we fought this thing last episode, and we were tiny, and now it's not tiny, so I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But that's just the way the game wants to play, so we're just going to play along with that. So, basically, we fight demons this episode at the end. And this one's going to be down, well, pretty much right now. Did I kill it? Tell me I can still get my demon liver. Yay! Demon livers! My favorite. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up, and then we will go and continue onward. And hey, look at that! I actually got a pink bonus for once. Pink bonus, that's a bit of an odd way to call it. I guess there's like green bonus, pink bonus, sprout bonus, or seedling bonus, seed bonus. I don't know how you would want to call those ranks. They're all just kind of weird, I suppose. I don't think they have any official names. Anyway, there actually is a demon up here, so let's go ahead and fight him. This guy is like, I'll defend the ship, and you are truly a pro. But we can handle him. Step back, soldier. We got this battle. And this one actually is going to feature some new enemies, and if you played Okami, these guys might look familiar. They're red demons from Okami, and yes, we will find their green demon part as well, but they basically fight using loots. These are loots, right? I think that's the instrument's called. Power slash them in order to break the loot, and then obviously you'll get an item for power slashing them after you defeat them. So you might recognize them from Okami, because they're actually the major enemies of Okami. There's not a red emblem. The red M sweep face is actually a completely new design. But we do get demon livers from them, pretty awesome. We're going to just go ahead, fight all of them, and take them all out. Now, they're not horribly hard enemies, except they're kind of hard to beat, just, you know, without taking damage, because that puncher there does quite a significant, it's like 1.5 hits of damage, and they can do it to interrupt one of your ground combinations. So if you're like doing a ground combo, like, you can totally get hit really easily with their air attack like that. If you want to like do really well against them, and not take damage, use a lot of air attacks, but if you use a lot of air attacks, unfortunately in this game, you can't do a partner attack off an air attack, as I'm aware of, so if you stick only to air attacks, you won't actually be able to get a partner bonus. So, I guess the only way you can do that properly, it's like, you know, okay, go for the partner bonus, you get hit. You go for the not getting hit, you don't get a partner bonus. Either way, you sort of lose. And that's why getting a pink bonus in this game is actually pretty tricky. But here we go, green imps, they're pretty much the same thing as the red imps, except that they don't have a loot, and they have these little flutes that will hit at you instead. So watch out when they stick out their flute, and Nanami doing some kind of crazy, no, water spout bad. Water spout bad. Whatever. These guys don't give out demon livers, unfortunately. They only give out demon skins still. And we have plenty of those, so it's not the biggest deal. I have more than enough demon skins to carry me for the rest of the game. It's demon livers that I'm really going to need a lot of, and, you know, I'm really going to have to grind at some point, because you need to get 40 of them before the... Well, actually, I think it doesn't matter if you get them before or after the point of no return, but I do want to give it to them, you know. I don't want to reach the point of... I want to have all 3 weapons before I reach the point of no return in this game. So I'm going to have like an episode where I just go off screen and grind demon livers. But I'll wait till I have enemies that give demon livers a bit better. There's some enemies that'll give you 2 or 3 demon livers in the future. So we'll get those ones first before we do anything. But anyway, so we're just gonna continue all the rest of the scrolls. All what? We fought 3, so there's 4 left now. They're all inside here, so we're gonna go ahead and get them all and see what happens. There's actually one right here, and I tried to slash it, and it actually failed. So if you try to slash a power scroll, it doesn't power scroll, demon scroll, power scroll, power thirst. I don't even know, man. But no, I hate these guys. They punch you and it hurts. And I already ruined my perfect rating again, man. Whoa, that guy did something. I didn't even see what he did. But we're just gonna go ahead and fight. Unfortunately, since these are all required battles, I am gonna keep all of them in. I guess I could have cut, but you know, this episode's like, you know, it's a decent length anyway. And in the end, I don't really want. I want to end this section. You know, I want to have the whole Goryeo thing in one section, and then next episode we can actually start the next part of the game. So we're finally through this first in the past section. We're actually going to something else, something new and exciting, coming soon to YouTube near you. I hope a YouTube's near you, unless like you don't have access to the internet. Then or computer in the slightest, in which case I'm sorry for you, because then you can't really see me too often. You have to go out and find YouTube elsewhere, which is really awkward. As you can see, getting good partner bonuses is just really tough with these guys, and that does annoy me a little bit. But we've already done half of them. Look at that. Only 6 minutes in the video, we already done half of them. This is freaking demons all over the place. We're just going to smack them with our sword, and they're going to die, and we're not even going to care. We're not even going to care. It is kind of suck. I mean, it's kind of like, man, do we really have to go through the Goryeo twice? I don't know. That is a little lame, having to repeat and go through a similar area just twice. And we already solved all the puzzles, so it's not like there's anything new. We're just fighting the same things over and over again, which is just a little silly. I mean, come on. How many times do we have to fight this freaking water demon for the game to be happy? But I guess as some nice consolation, next episode we will actually be fighting some new enemies, so that's always cool. I think this might be the last time we see this water spirit. If I'm trying to think here, which I mean it makes sense. I mean we're in an ocean area, there should be water spirits, and then you know when we're not in an ocean area, there won't be water spirits. That just sort of makes sense, I suppose. But more wind, getting rid of this water spirit. You're gonna slash its core, kill it, and go ahead and get our demon liver. Hopefully get our demon liver. Did that do too much damage to it? It did. Come on, please. Demon liver, please. No. Apparently I did enough of a finishing blow that it killed it outright, which I think... I don't know, man. That seems a little weird that it did that much damage, but whatever. Hey, I'm somehow getting pink bonuses on these water ones. They're kind of hard to get because you have to do a lot of partner attacks for it to work, but that's just the way it goes, I suppose. Hello, you're the guy, Finzi! Finzi! You didn't help at all enough. You weren't even here. You don't even know what you're talking about, you dirty little cheater. Do not, no, don't, it was me and Kurow all the way. Actually, it was just me. Let's just face it. Freaking, Kurow didn't do anything. They never do anything. I'm the one who's doing all the work here. I don't even need these partners. Well, I guess I do kind of need, like, people who can swim water. It's somewhat useful. But, yeah. More of these gargoyle things are here. Luckily, this guy is smart enough to hide in a box, because these things are fearsome. I don't want to be facing these things. They're just annoying pains in the asses. I do like smacky one on occasion, though, just for funsies, I guess, because they're just... Why not, you know? It's fun to smack enemies. Old dude! You're in trouble! We gotta help him! We just jumped off there and got there so fast. Super fast. Super awesome. More of these green imps. Nothing too special, so we'll just go ahead and take these guys out. They're just doing a little crouch thing. They're just sitting there waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting to do their little ground punch thing. And then, of course, you know, see, you try a ground combo to get a partner hit, and then you just get hit because they're just really tough enemies, actually. They're not tough in terms of, like, you're not going to be threatened to die at all, but, like, it's really tough to get a perfect score on these guys, at least in my opinion. And oh my god, there's a red one, too! Well then, apparently we're not done yet. Well, maybe even finish off the green one. He's trying to, I love how they do the little taunt, they just smack their ass, they're like, come get me! And then you run up them, and then they do their little jump counter, and you're like, freaking hell. Annoying, annoying, annoying. Power slash to the face. It's like spin attack to the face, except you're fighting with power, because you have a power glove. I'm just like all over the place in this episode. I don't even know why. I'm not even mad. I hate these when they block the loots. Go away, loot. I don't want you in here anymore. At least we're getting a lot of demon livers though. Like I said, it's not gonna be enough. We need 40. And there's no way in heck I'm gonna have 40 by the time I need it. But this is a decent start list. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of enemies that still drop demon skins. We haven't fully transitioned into demon livers. Like, you remember when we went from demon bones to demon skins? there's really only one enemy that dropped demon skins for the longest time, and then we just sort of slowly transitioned into enemies that consistently drop demon skins. But for a while there, you know, we had only, you know, there's like only like 1 or 2 enemies that gave, you know, demon skins. So we had to deal with that back then. It's kind of a similar situation where we're sort of like in the middle ground between demon skins and demon livers, if that makes sense. Anyway, old dude's like, what? There's a frog! I hear a frog somewhere. I want to kill the frog. I'm not sure if this is a new enemy or not, to be honest. Because unlike other frogs, these ones actually have elements, which is just kind of a little weird. So I don't know if they're like, see, that one has an ice element right there. So I don't know if these are different frogs or not. I actually really don't know off the top of my head. I'm not really sure. Like, they seem like, otherwise they look the same as other frogs, but they just randomly have elements. Like, granted, we haven't seen a frog since we even learned how to do elements. I just smack old dude in the face here accidentally. I'm sorry, dude. Don't get old. I should never have gotten old. Because I totally have a choice whether or not I get old, man. I don't ever... This frog's on fire! This frog's on freaking fire, man! What the heck is wrong with society when you set your frogs on fire? That's just rude. It's mean. It's awful. Who would do such a thing? Shenanigans, I say. Hey, you're not an enemy, you're a guard. You're not really doing very well, guard. You're a bit of a pessimist, Mr. Guard. I'll take care of everything because you're just too lazy. And hey, they're green ones. Ow! Suicide. It's not very fun. They're like bees. They sting you, then they die. And these guys try to set them on fire, and then they die. It's not worth it, man. I hate bees. I personally really hate... Like, bees just seem to be really attracting me, and they seem to love to sting me. So, I personally hate bees. Like, I guess you could say I have a fear of bees. Like, everyone always... I think everyone has like a fear that they're like a really stupid fear. You know, be it spiders or birds or whatnot. Mine is bees. I see a bee and I just like back the frick up, man. I don't want anything to do with those things. So yeah. I mean, granted, bees in video games, you know, it's like only bees when like a person like, I won't be playing a game and be like, oh my god, it's a bee, and start like panicking like I'm playing freaking Amnesia Dark Descent. No, that's not gonna happen. I feel like almost making a reference to there's a project on TMG for Amnesia, which is awesome. Check it out. But yes, it's not like that. Like, I'm not gonna be just scared of things because I see them in a video game. It's just only bees in person. Besides, they always make bees so cartoony looking in video games. I mean, hey, you know, speaking of bees, Spirit Tracks. There you go. See, perfect example of just me messing around with bees, and not actually being afraid of them. So it's only like in person. I don't feel like, you know, when you're playing a game, you tend to be scared. Like, if you're scared of an animal, are you really scared of it if you encounter it in a video game? Like, I can't really, like, I'm not sure. Maybe some people are scared. Like, maybe someone's scared of a spider, and then they'll like catch a Joltik or something, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, it's a spider!" and flip out. But I really don't think people do that. So I think like fear only really works in like I feel like video games you can be scared for different reasons, and more for the more fantastical reasons. Like, oh my god, there's a giant zombie thing bearing down my face, and I have no way to defend myself. Rather than, you know, like, oh, this is what I'm scared of in real life, so I'm going to be scared of in a video game. I feel like there's sort of like a shift in perception when you go from reality to a video game. Like, I don't feel like if you're playing Skyrim and you see a bee, you're going to just, like, freak the frick out. Because you're in a video game, you're safe, you know, they're not going to do anything bad to you. Heck, most of the time those animals don't even touch you in those games, so whatever. Anyway, now that we're done with the demons, where did I get on that topic from? I am all over the place today. Nanami's gonna leave us though, and she's like, well, I hope we have an adventure on land someday. I don't think that'll ever happen. And well, it already did actually for us. So, Nanami, spoiler alert, we're going to. So, you have fun with that. We already did. It was a good time. We had to go fight a giant fish. It wasn't really that much of a land adventure actually. We were sort of like, we're still a very watery area, so I wouldn't even consider that a land adventure per se. But yeah, we'll see you someday, Nanami. Is this the last time we see Nanami? You'll see later. But interesting enough, you're going to see right here that Master Bullhead is the carpet. He stole the earrings, so this is where it all started. And if you think about it, though, if you just sit here and think about it for a second, this is 9 months in the past. So Nanami had spent 9 months away from home tracking this guy down. And he made it to, you know, the whole game, took out a fortress thing, all that stuff. It was 9 months it took her. Man, you gotta feel a little sorry for her. Like, it took her that long to get her wet and dry jewels back. It's a good thing we were able to help her out. And it's actually 9 months between when we met Nanami and when we meet her again. So, kind of interesting, you know, just 9 whole months. for her to do that. That almost seems a little far-fetched. You think, you know, you'd be able to figure it out by that point, but I guess Master Bullhead was trickier than we thought. Anyway, Kurow, you useless jerk. Are your panties wet yet? We had to do all this stuff, and you didn't accomplish a goddamn thing! How useless are you, man? But, yeah, we fill him in the Orochi thing, because we can talk. We're clearly a dog, and our barks make sense to people. But we do not want that to happen, because, obviously, bad stuff. So me and Kurow, Chibi and Kurow, we're gonna stop him, and apparently he's defeated the 15th Night in the Moon Cave, and, of course, what a coinky-dink, because we're gonna find out in just a second. Oh, hey! It's the 15th night tonight. So basically, we have to stop him tonight, because obviously a crow's gonna strike when, Orochi dies. We need to get Bucket over to the Moon Cave and stop Orochi. Man, we're so close, guys. We're almost at the Moon Cave. I do love the Moon Cave. I think it's a great dungeon. It's a great dungeon in Okami, and it's a great dungeon in this game. So, looking forward to that, certainly. Also, remember I have been referencing this for the past couple episodes. We're apparently heavy now because we did get something on the way. And as Chibi goes ahead and looks, he's like, "Hey, I have this mallet," and apparently the mallet is heavy enough where Kurow can't carry us anymore. How heavy is that mallet, man? Must be a freaking heavy mallet if it prevents Kurow from lifting you up. So the mallet ends up on the ship with the captain, so the mallet ends up on the Goryeo. Now, think back to Okami, if you've played it, and where you find the mallet. Well, and think back earlier in this game when we saw the sunken ship. I'll just go ahead and spoil this right now. In Okami, because, you know, if you haven't played Okami, this is something you should probably catch on by now, anyway. So, in Okami, you find the mallet on a sunken ship. We're on a ship that has the mallet on it. This is right before we, this is the events just preceding when we, I mean, right now, Amaterasu is fighting Orochi, so this is just before we go to the sunken ship in the Okami plot. Thus, you realize this ship is royally screwed. That's right. Unfortunately, history says the ship has to sink. And that's going to be where Amaterasu finds the mallet and all that. Well, history doesn't really say that. It's no, like, official scroll of that. Chibi and Kurow were like, we gotta help fight the water dragon. This is actually the real water dragon. This is in Otohime. I forget what happens with the water dragon in Okami. I forget the whole water dragon plot. But the captain... No, pride isn't worth it, dude. You helped us out. You should let us help you, man. It's not worth dying just to have a little bit of pride. Captain, I mean, you're so cool. You have a boat for a head. I know you want to have your pride, but. Yeah, unfortunately, he is going to convince us that we don't need to help him. And also, though, there is this epic, yeah, I guess there is that point, too. We have to get to the Moon Cave by tonight, or else the world's doomed. So we really don't have time and energy to fight a water dragon at the moment. I mean, I guess that is a fair plot reasoning. And also, this dude, Old Sailor, shows up. This dude is freaking epic. Just wait for it. This scene just shows how freaking epic he is. And he's like, I'm gonna fight this thing head on because I am a badass. This old man is quite a badass. I love how the captain's like, you tell him, boy. You tell him, boy. Yes, don't underestimate old people. They can kick ass if they need to. And all of a sudden, I just love this scene. He just goes like freaking Super Saiyan and catches on fire. You're gonna sink the ship with your fire, dude. He just goes all freaking Sanji from like One Piece, where he does that often, that too, or just Super Saiyan, or whatever sort of anime reference you want to make it, where he catches on fire, and just epic awesomeness. So yeah, you know, I think Flaming Old Men, that's the ship's secret weapon. Fire the Flaming Old Men. That actually sounds pretty bad if you think about it. But I guess we're convinced. You know, we do have to go stop Orochi. It's more, not Orochi, Kurow. That's more important. So we're gonna leave. Kurow and Chibi are gonna leave the boat, and unfortunately, it's despite Flaming Old Men. It's still like a turnout well, but this guy, literally, this old man just goes up and starts smacking the water dragon in the face with a cane! That scene right there is just freaking hilarious, man! That's just freaking awesome. But unfortunately, guys, you know, these guys will pay the ultimate price. Unfortunately, they'll make the ultimate sacrifice for us. And Chibi's like, no, I don't want to go, bring me back, I want to save them. But alas, we must let them die for our sakes. Well, they don't all die. I mean, Benkei does show that some of them do survive. Because Benkei does survive and make it to Okami. So, apparently not everyone died. Maybe Captain Old Dude did survive. We'll never know, though. Chibi looks back. He starts crying as the boat begins to sink. They've made the ultimate sacrifice so we can stop Kurow. We're gonna have to do this right, guys. In the next episode, this is LuckySevenDX, sign out. Bye-bye.